baby, it's time to ride the funk train. And guess who it is? It is beautiful John from the Atari Network and the even more beautiful Funkmaster V from Big and Funky Productions. How you doing tonight, my friend?
Good. How you been, Vinny? It's been a while.
Yeah,
We don't
it's been a few minutes. We've been talking this week though because there's been some
some stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I got interference there.
Are you
but
okay? You having a stroke?
Having
Yeah.
a just so damn excited I can't think about it.
Hamina.
But I had different things going off at once there. It was I think my croissants are done. But yeah, we've been talking this week about all the exciting stuff coming down the pike, man. That's why we've done this, invited all of our friends to come in and talk at us tonight as we talk about the Atari 2600 plus Pac Man Bundle as Atari tries to take all of my damn money from me.
Oh my God, you ain't kidding. We haven't even got Tiger-Heli. You have. I haven't got Tiger-Heli yet, and they're trying to suck more money out of our wallet. They should just come up with a vacuum cleaner that sucks money out of our wallets and just
I'll tell you
fills
something.
Their coffers.
It took me forever to buy the 7800 plus. It took them going down. I think it was Prime Day. It got down to $59, and I was like, okay, I'll buy the damn thing for $59. I still don't even have it out of the box yet. And there's things about the 7800 plus that I'm ignorant on. I was educated on my last video, which I reviewed Tiger-Heli, and people were like, "Hey, dummy, don't you know that 7800 plus can do this and that?" And I was like, I didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, if you would have told me that they're going to come out with another plus system, which they're all virtually the same,
essentially,
I would have said, blow it out your nose. Who needs that? But as soon as I saw how funky it is, how ugly it was, I'm in lust with the controllers. I mean, I think they're insane.
They're beautiful. I never knew how much I wanted colored variations of joysticks until now. And it's so simple. I mean, it could have been done so long ago, but yeah, even the pink, I want them all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they would look good displayed.
Yep.
And who knows, man?
That's exactly it, because I'm looking at them, and I probably wouldn't use them that much. I don't use my one-button joysticks all that much. But I would definitely hang them on the wall. You can get those mounts on Etsy. I don't know if you've ever seen them. I think those would look really sharp on the wall in your game room or behind you there, Vinny, in the darkness. I think they would really brighten up the space.
Yeah, I got to check that out. I don't even know what you're talking about. But yeah, those things look cool. And I mean, that looks just funky, dude. That is the most funky looking thing you've ever seen. And again, I'm not a big Pac Man guy. I like Pac Man. Okay, it's not my favorite, but
yeah, it makes me wish. I'm trying to justify getting it because I already got the first two. Do I need 3 of those? Somebody tell me how I can justify this.
It's badass. It's even got the switches on it.
Yeah, the switches. I mean, the design, and again, it's just something so simple. And what I'm really excited for is all the new Atarians that are going to come in, all the new people that are going to get hip to all of this. I think this could be big.
I do too. I think it's ingenious, and I guess we could say we had the inside Iggy on this when Bob was on. Why did we have Bob on? We had Bob on because something was happening and we wanted to get him on. I can't remember what it was. It was a few months ago, but Bob Tay Crescenzo, who's known as Pac Man Plus, was on. And when we were done with the podcast, he was in a kind of a sad mood because he was talking about he did this Namco project, which took a lot of time. And it fell through. The deal was Namco and Atari could not agree on terms or whatever. And so all this work he did went to poo-pooville. And he told us what this game was, partially. And we were like, that is so weird. And the game, they not only are they releasing this Pac Man 2600 plus system, which you told me, I don't want to steal your line, but you're like, these plus systems are the new flashbacks, apparently. We're going to get one about every year.
Oh, people, real quick, I just want to hit on that. People got upset, or not upset, but I seen some people saying these are much better than flashbacks. I absolutely agree. I just meant that in the sense that, yeah, we'll get one every year. I think we'll get some sort of re-release of it, and there'll be slight improvements, differences. So
Well,
I just want to clarify that.
This is a definite, in my opinion, if it's all the same, this is an improvement because, like you said, I think it's going to hook in a lot of people. So Bob DeCrescenzo was a little grumpy, and we felt kind of sad after we talked to him. Like, man, he put a lot of work into that, and it's all love. These guys don't get a lot of money; they may get a few bucks, but he's not making like $50,000 doing this stuff. And so he was left in the lurch. And then I wake up Monday or Tuesday this week, and I had a really insane week planned. I was shooting 2 different feature films this week. Yeah. And so my week was just crazy. That's why I haven't released a video about this. And I'm burying the lead a little bit. I have information nobody knows about this game I'm going to release. Nobody on the internet knows what I know because I talked to Bob right when this thing released. Now, I can't say everything that I know about it, because he will fly up from Florida, and he said he will sever my, he'll basically you'd be calling me Vinny One Nut from now on.
You probably could have shared it if you had said your sources, but yeah, he has a non-disclosure agreement, so anything.
Well, Bob tells me he whispers sweet nothings into my ear, and he swears me to secrecy. I know all the secrets of Bentley Bear, and I still haven't been able to tell anybody about it. I always ask him about every 2 or 3 years. I'm like, hey, can I tell him about this? He's like, please don't. And
the secret levels and the warps and stuff, or is there more?
There's a lot of stuff people still haven't found in that game.
Oh, wow. So you haven't even told me. Wow.
I know.
And I thought we were friends.
We are friends. So I like this. Somebody says, you two should start a podcast. What a hell of a concept.
Wow.
But anyway, so Bob was this Pac Man Double Feature, which he didn't say that was the name of it. And he probably didn't know what the name of it. That's Atari marketing. They probably didn't know what he didn't probably know what the name. But he had worked on this for a while, and it just was not going to work. And then, bada boom, released. And I text messaged him in the morning. I said, "Hey man, is this the thing you were telling me and John about?" And he said, "Yes," with a big smiley face, because Bob likes using emojis. And he said, they just told me like a few days ago that this was going to be released. So it's great news for Bob that this. So, and then not only are they doing that, John, not only are they going to release 5 joysticks that you don't need, but you're going to buy them all.
Yep.
They're re-releasing Xevious, which nobody really needs, Dig Dug, which nobody really needs, and then Galaga, which nobody really needs because that game's not very good at all compared to the other games. Well, Galaga's a great game, but the
people love that version of Galaga.
I don't know why. They like rancid milk, but they're releasing multiple versions. So now you can you can order the bundle online for like $430.
I ordered that,
and then you can buy the high score collection in a box, and then you may get random colors of these cartridges. So they're really going crazy right now. So you get like a purple Xevious and a green Dig Dug and that kind of thing.
Oh, so the color variations are in all of them. You don't know what color you're going to get?
That's what I read on the Atari website. So yeah. So, but at least, even if I'm wrong about there being random colors, there are, the Xevious game is green, or
I saw that.
Dig Dug is burnt orange or something like that. But the colored shells, of course, the colored shells are cool, and we're all going to buy 95,000 of them.
Yep.
Not only that, in San Diego, which they do this shit on the West Coast all the time, and it drives me crazy.
As far from us as possible.
Yeah, I live in the South. You live in the Midwest. We can't fly out to this thing. They released the San Diego Comic-Con gold version of the Pac Man Double Feature, with an exclusive pin, an exclusive patch, a gold box, which will look so cherry on the shelf, and you get a surprise color cartridge. That's just like the high score gimmick, I think.
Yeah, and those are in people's hands now. People have these from the Comic-Con. I mean, the double feature is all packed and ready to go. Apparently,
well, that's what makes this pertinent, because a lot of people are going to figure out what this game is, and I'll get to that if you want. But
yeah,
there are people selling this for about $290 to $249 on eBay right now.
I have seen several. The first, they were, as soon as they were listing, they were selling, which was incredible, at $290. I've seen them now; they're getting around $250. I have some bids out on a couple of them. I might end up with 3 of these things. So, if I don't get outbid on a few of them, but they're starting to be in auctions and stuff. But yeah, they seem to be holding their value right around $250, $290. And that's now, while you can go on eBay and find about a half dozen of them.
Well, they're going to skyrocket.
Yeah, after they sell, I don't think these are going to pop up very often, because right now you're at Comic-Con, you walk by, you pick it up purposely to resell. So they're going to be available, but not for long. I mean, I wouldn't wait on this if you want it.
I wonder if that box is filled with chocolate. That's kind of what I'm hoping.
It looks like chocolate. Like, you unwrap it and it'd be hollow, like hollow chocolate. It'd crumble.
It's like Easter.
Yeah,
Okay, so I know what the Pac Man Double Feature gameplay is, and a lot of people don't. Now, he did tell us, this is the weird thing, and I'm a New York Jets fan. This sounds like something we would do. Just come out with something. Included in that are 2 games, and I think everybody knows the second game is going to be the Atari 2600 version of Pac Man.
Yep.
And look at you with the graphics and the videos today.
I know, it's like
you're doing great.
It's like we do this all the time.
Not
really, but
so this wonderful thing is going to be involved with the purchase now. But the main event is the Atari 7800 version of Pac Man, and do you have a video of that? Okay, so this looks more in line.
Video. I don't know why it's not moving. But
well, we can imagine it's Pac Man.
Yeah, just pretend.
Now,
there it goes.
I'm not 100% sure if this is the old Pac Man code. I don't think it's the old Pac Man code that he made like 20 years ago. I think this is new Pac Man code. Now, here's the thing that nobody knows about this game.
Okay.
At least, not that I've seen online.
Okay, so this is
from
breaking
Bob.
News.
There's something I can't tell you, but I will give you a clue. But there's something. He knows something you don't. I'm gay. No. Anyway, no. I was going to tell my. I was going to. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know anybody picked that up yet. But so and this may be news, and it may not be, but I haven't seen anybody say this online. The gameplay of this is Bob came up with procedural Pac-Man, and what that means is every maze, when you clear a maze, the computer is going to design a brand new maze in a flash. So
really?
no 2 games are going to be the same. So when you play this game, it's going to be a new experience every time you play. And I think that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's great that my gameplay footage jumped to was that Pac Man or whatever. It's showing how it will work.
Now, I don't know if the colors stay the blue and the black,
right,
or if it goes to goofy colors like this. Like this looks like something. This looks like Pac Man in Miami.
Yeah.
But this is what you're going to get, and I think I have Pac Man fatigue with this system. It gets tiring reviewing 99 Pac Man games.
Yeah.
However, this sounds like this may be. And this is not the gameplay from
No,
he's just showing gameplay. This is not what the Pac-Man game looks like. This is just 40th anniversary collection, I think, is what he's doing, which John's showing. But the footage, I don't know if anybody has the footage yet. I'm sure somebody, when they get these gold games, somebody's going to start playing it online or whatever. The thing that I can't tell you, and I'm going to give you a clue. So there is an Easter egg in this game.
Okay.
And the Easter egg in this game changes the gameplay even more. But you have to find it, And when you find it, you'll be your eyes will open to another amazing development that Bob wanted to put in, and Atari didn't like it. And they came to an agreement where they said, you can include this, but it has to be a hidden code or a hidden mode or an Easter egg. And Bob said, cool. So once you get Double Feature, not only are you going to get this excellent new Pac-Man, so I'm sure the first board is going to be like the regular Pac-Man. That's what I imagine.
Yeah, I think it would start like that every time, I would
imagine.
imagine.
Then the second time you go crazy with the new maze, and then there may be something that happens with the Atari 2600 version, but you'll have that 2600 version too. And the gameplay may change in that version, or the 7800 version. I'm not going to tell you which one, but it's something that Bob wanted to include. Atari said, and then they came to a compromise where they said, I'll tell you what, you can have something secret. I'm not going to tell you how to get it, and I'm not going to tell you what happens, because I want everybody to feel like kids on Christmas when they get this. And Bob wants it to be a secret pretty much. But there's a lot of fun stuff with this version of Pac-Man. It's going to be worth every penny. And again, it's not Atari age price. It's $60.
No, it's a
it's the $32 from Atari.
Yeah,
and
30 isn't it 35? I think, or $34.99, or maybe it's $29. I don't remember, but because I bought the bundle like the shill I am. But okay, so did he? And I know you ain't gonna tell us how, but did he tell you how? Do you know how to do it? Maybe. Did he? And I'm just gonna rattle off a few questions that maybe you can or can't answer. Is the 2600 version of Pac-Man on here? Is that reprogrammed for 7800? Because if the cart is running 7800 natively, does that mean that he basically reprogrammed the 2600 version?
I can't answer that. Okay. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
But it is this goofy blue and again, I don't even know why they would do this, but that's the thing too, is nostalgia is a hell of a thing, right?
Yeah.
There are human beings out here who are not in our community who remember this Pac-Man version, and they think it's good, right? Like they're like, oh man, I remember this. And to some people, this is Pac-Man. A lot of people never went to arcades. I was so poor, I never went to arcades.
Oh yeah,
I was able to save up and buy cartridges, but I couldn't spend $20 a weekend in an arcade. My dad would have. Well, there was no money to do it.
Yeah. So
this is Pac-Man to a lot of people.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. For some people, this is Pac-Man, and I think this game has gotten a lot more negativity thrown at it in recent times, being, I guess, when the internet age popped up, we all knew it was bad. Don't get me wrong. But also in the time, people were happy with what they got a lot too. I mean, there was a lot of people who were just okay with this when they got it. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as they were having a good time. But I think, it did play its role in crashing an industry and everything. But there was enough people that, hey, we got Pac-Man, great, and this is the Pac-Man they played, and they enjoyed it.
I think this is a lot. That's a lot like the Star Wars prequels. If you were a kid when the prequels came out, you liked the prequels. If you were my age, you were in your 20s or 30s or whenever the prequels came out, you're like, these movies are god awful.
Right.
So if you're an older person, an arcade head, a professional Pac-Man guy, or somebody who was a competitive Pac-Man person, that 2600 version of Pac-Man was horrible. But if you were just a goofball, Pac-Man is not a hard game to wrap your head around. It's accessible. It's fun. Anybody can play Pac-Man, and so that version of Pac-Man could scratch the monkey,
right?
Until you got wiser, and then a couple years down the road, Super Mario Brothers came out, and who cares? But yeah, I think it turned a lot of people sour at the time who were older, more arcade heads and all that stuff. And when you think about the 2600, I mean, Nolan Bushnell was wanting to come out with a new system in the 70s, and that came out apparently in 81.
Right.
He thought the days should have been numbered, 3 years prior to that
Oh
on that
yeah,
system.
yeah. It was just hard with the install base and how well it was still selling. I think it was hard for the people in the offices to justify making that move, especially because it hadn't been established yet that there would be console generations and upgrades and all that stuff. So that all kind of developed later. Do So we know that the Pac Man Double Feature is coming. There's some secrets in there. Apparently, it's going to be a little different than we might expect. Is there anything about these releases of Dig Dug, Galaga, Xevious that is worth mentioning? You think, or
Well, I think the only thing that I think is cool about them is we're finally getting official colored labels on those games.
yeah, that's true.
Um,
I didn't even consider that. Yeah.
I'm not for some reason, I'm not a huge fan of Dig Dug for the 7800. I think it's good.
Blasphemy.
It's good. I thought the 2600 version was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And something about this version looks weird to me. I think Galaga's kind of goofy. I think Xevious is fantastic. So these are not bad games. And now that I'm educated, I just did the Tiger-Heli review on my channel of Big and Funky Productions, and I had people telling me, "Hey, the high score cart is it's inside, so there's no need for an Atari Vox. The Atari Vox does not work with Tiger-Heli." So these games, they're releasing the 4 of these games as the high score collection. So they're going to be compatible with the high score on the 2600 plus and the 7800 plus.
Yeah, the high score functionality that they were always programmed into the games, but the cartridge never officially released so that you could utilize it. And now basically you can. So
yeah, and so that's awesome. I mean, this is all great stuff. It's expensive. Is it scraping the barrel? It's doing a very Nintendo type thing where Nintendo released. How many times do I have to buy Legend of Zelda? Grab my butt and the Golden Sword or whatever game. I mean, sometimes you buy these things 1,000 times, and here we go with Atari. But it works and it looks cool. But again, if you're going to buy, it's funny how they're doing this, John. It's like they release Bounty Bob Strikes Back and a bunch of junk that we've already got. Then they release Tiger-Heli and a bunch of games we've already gotten.
Yep.
And now they've gotten Pac Man Double Feature and a bunch of games that we've already had access to. They're smart, and they're putting us on. I'll probably be dead before they're done doing this because there's a lot of games. But again, they're doing it, I think, at a smart pace. It's like, I think people are doing, it's a way for people not to get overwhelmed. Like if they released 30 games, people would just be like, whatever. But since it's like 4 or 5 at a time, people are like, well, I can afford that. I can afford to get a couple of those.
Maybe, yeah, that does help with being able to maybe pick up all of them at one time. I think it's for new people, I think it's great. And like you said, there's some people I know I've talked to that want these games to come out faster. They really have the collecting itch. They want to get more and more stuff for their Plus system. But I think I've come around. I was complaining about the pace of releases, but I think I agree with you. It actually works out pretty well. You get a break in between releases. You get your carts in. You have a couple months to enjoy them before you move on to the next one. So the more that we get into this established kind of routine, I think the more I appreciate it. The big thing, I just wish there was more new stuff for us established guys. I mean, it's great. I love seeing these re-releases, but they're also essentially the same games that people like me and you have had for a long time. I think the big thing to remember is me and you are in the minority there. Not a lot of people had the opportunity to play these, I guess.
If you go out on the street and you ask anybody to say what the difference is between the 7800 and the 2600, probably 99% of the people are going to go, what? They're not going to have any idea there was a difference of anything.
Right, exactly.
And the Atari means the 2600. So it's a reintroduction of a new system. It's educating the public when, and they're doing a great job. Like on Prime Day, when the 7800 Plus went down to $59, it became the third. It was on tech out of all of Amazon. It got up to third place in
That's
tech.
pretty good.
Well,
for Amazon.
Yeah, for Amazon. And there was articles coming out about, hey, this is if you want to experience old games from the 80s, go out here. This is 54% off on. You can get, and they're basically using the same thing that they did back in the 80s, which sold me. This is backwards compatible with the 2600 that you grew up with. Plus, there's games that are enhanced, arcade versions, quirky original titles, and a ton of great homebrew games. And so they're reselling it to the public like they did 40-something years ago. So I think it's excellent. Yeah, I think it's excellent.
And it's working better this time.
Probably so. That will be interesting to see how many. They did sell quite a few 7800s back in the day, but it'll be interesting to see what they do now.
Yeah, I think it was 3.6 million, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
that was originally sold. So, I don't know if they quite will reach that, but they are. I think it's doing well, and I'm happy about that because as long as the consoles are selling, as long as they're selling that well that they hit the top of the Amazon list, we're going to keep seeing cartridges. And that's really what we want. People watching the podcast are probably big Atari fans, and we want new carts, and so does my dog. So
give that dog a combat cart. I know you've probably got about 4 of those laying around. Let him chew on that one. What you got there? Oh, instead of
I'll give him a Franco Dragon cart.
There you go. Oh man, if Frank ever if Clark Otto Jr. ever sees this, he'll get sad.
Oh no, don't. I love his stuff.
I do too. So let's you want to go through some of these questions? There's a bunch that were
let's see. Let me go back and we'll pick some of the more relevant ones. A lot of hellos. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate the warm welcome. Glad to have a new episode of the podcast up. It's a lot of fun talking to Vinny like this. In private, not so much, but in public, I like it because he's not as creepy. He doesn't say the weird.
Well, I went over the line when I started showing I was just showing the pictures of your house that I was taking, and I was like,
yeah.
I shouldn't have done it at 3 a.m.
Did Bob say anything to you about a racing game?
I know. Well, I guess we could probably say this too, and people do know this. I know Bob is working on. God, it just left my damn brain. What was it? Oh, he has redone Crazy Bricks. I think a lot of people know this, but he is re-releasing Crazy. They're going to re-release Crazy Bricks at some time, maybe the next batch. And the only problem with Crazy Bricks is there's like 3 levels that really suck, and he's taken those out and he's replaced them. So
yeah, there was I think we talked to him about that. There's a few levels that really kind of bogged it down.
I know he is making. I've talked to him with some ideas about his zombie game. He liked a lot of the ideas that I had, and I talked to him in private. He likes all those ideas, and he's still working on that. So there's a game called
that'd be great.
And I had some ideas.
Resolve,
and it kind of re-energized him and got his creative juices flowing. So he's kind of kicking that one around too. So
S. Ramirez just makes a great point. Not so much a question, but yeah, this console will have updated firmware, which is great because updating the firmware on these things, Vinny, is a pain in the butt.
Okay.
You would think. I think ideally the easiest way would be just to download a file, put it on an SD card and put it in, but obviously then they would open themselves up to hacking and dumping programs on there. So you have to plug the console into a computer, use a dedicated program. And I've updated my consoles before, but all of a sudden I can't get it to work. I can't even get it to recognize. So updating these things is a nightmare. So yeah, waiting for the new one, you'll get the updated, most up-to-date firmware, which means more games are compatible, which means more homebrews are compatible. So, and I heard you need an update for the Pac-Man game, I think, is what I heard. Yeah, so it's it might be just best to get a whole new console. Thanks for justifying it for me, S. Ramirez. How do you get that chocolate box thing? That was an SDC exclusive for those just jumping in. That he's referring to this. Yeah, it looks like a chocolate Easter bunny, except Pac-Man. This is a SDC exclusive. You have to be in San Diego Comic-Con. However, there is about a half a dozen up on eBay, a few in auction, a lot of buy it nows. Right now, the price is settled between $250 and $299. There's a few auctions that start a bit cheaper. If you want them, I would get them now because I think the price will go up.
I mean, you know, now that Space Invaders is selling for $299, and they're selling because I watch these things. People are buying
Space Invaders.
Yeah, I mean these, you know, Space Invaders, the Bob Baker Shinzo Atari.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every one of those games that was taken down because of licensing when
right.
Atari combined with Atari H, all those things are shooting between $299, $399, and some of the more popular ones like Baby Pac Man is $599, $499, those types of things.
Yeah, the nice thing about Baby Pac Man is Bob has made it available again through opcode. However, I don't know. No, I don't think anybody's received any opcode games yet. So,
well, doesn't that sound familiar?
Yep. Let's see. We have a lot of comments. RAP, Ozzy, and Hulk. Yep, those were things that happened. RAP to them, indeed.
That's a good question here. I don't know the answer to this, John.
What does the original 2600 Plus have the high score capability? I believe so. It might require a firmware update, but I think it's built into the firmware. I don't, you know, the ability to access it would be built into the console, and obviously, as I said, the high score components are in the cartridges as well. So it should be, but you might need a firmware update. Let's see here. We got a couple comments about next year's 2600 Plus be a Spy Hunter theme with a new 7800 version of Spy Hunter. I mean, why not? Let's get wild. I want to see Toki themed 7800 console with a Toki cartridge and a special banana peel box.
Well, hell, let's do Contra or Street Fighter 2. There you go. Let's go nuts.
Let's go nuts. Let's see. Are we supposed to buy all three different Plus consoles and then buy the next three Plus consoles? Yeah. Yep, that's what you are supposed to do.
But you need to get those second shifts. You need to start putting in for overtime.
Just get a credit card.
Well, you know, I don't know. I don't know what would compel you to get the next one. You know, there's a couple that I would get because I do think there's going to be one spot where I'm going to be like, okay, no, I'm not buying that one. Yeah. But if they came out with an Alien Brigade one with Alien Brigade art,
yeah,
I would have to buy that.
You would buy that?
I would have to.
I like that artwork on Alien.
I love the artwork. The Atari Championship belt that I have has a side panel with the Alien Brigade on it.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why, but
that's awesome.
It's awesome. Ninja Golf would be another one that I would get.
Yeah.
And especially if it was different, especially if it was different colors. Midnight Mutants, which would never happen, but God, if they had like a dark blue and a black one, that would be really cool. So there's a few Tower Toppler too, but they would never do that one. But anyway,
I wonder who has the rights to Tower Toppler because that was originally a British game, right, or European at the very least.
I thought it was U.S. Gold. I don't. And then
I think U.S. Gold was not a U.S. company, if I remember.
Wasn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's like British Petroleum is owned by us. The good thing about capitalism is you don't have to buy any of these things. You can pick and choose. And I'm not even a Pac-Man guy. There's just something nostalgic about it because I've been doing this with the website for 20 years. I mean,
well, and like you said, it's the Pac-Man console almost. Bob made it the console you go to for Pac-Man hacks, and and other people jumped on the bandwagon, and we got Piranha 2 and all kinds of crazy Pac-Man packs. So
yeah, Piranha 2. That's a good. You can play Piranha 2 on that.
yeah.
It's just cool with even my wife, who doesn't really give a crap about this stuff, she saw all the different colored controllers and she flipped out. I mean, there's just something. It's about the colors. I don't know what it is.
I think it's bright, inviting colors. It's a name that is probably up there with like, probably not Mickey Mouse, but up there in recognizability. Everybody knows who Pac-Man is. You show them the pizza with the slice cut out drawing. You show them the retro art. They know who it is. It's recognizable. And just the fact that your wife was kind of interested in it shows that this is going to garner a larger casual market. I don't know how many of the casuals will stay and continue buying cartridges, but it's doing exactly what Atari needs to do. So it's a big deal. And I think this deal with Namco is going to be extremely profitable for them and hopefully encourage them to do much more moving forward. And we got a lot of comments, not too many questions, Vinny.
Well, one thing I was going to say, somebody mentioned, or we were talking about different consoles. Donkey Kong would be a no-brainer. If they could get that worked out, I doubt they could do that. But I mean, Donkey Kong, you could release Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong.
I almost think that Nintendo at this point sees Atari as such a non-issue that maybe it could happen just because they don't they don't care about Atari.
But Nintendo also is so litigious.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of horror stories with the Switch 2 right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard that Nintendo is a company that, for all they've done for video games, they seem to get worse the longer they go. I don't understand Nintendo. But yeah, I think we hit most of the announcements here, Penny. Did you buy anything yet? Have you made any purchases, any pre-orders?
I got a little turned off when I saw that if you bought the bundle, it wouldn't include the multicolored carts from the high score collection. And I was like, what? Do you want me to buy 2 Dig Dugs? Do you want me to buy two? And I've already got a Dig Dug in the box in the shrink wrap, man.
But it's black and white, like you said. So you can only get these from this bundle. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And the others are gray.
And the others are gray. Let me see if I can pull those up.
Because you can see that on your screen there.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So like if you buy the bundle, which is $434.
Well, these you can get the colored ones for $170.
Yeah.
And just the high score collection.
So what I'm probably going to do is probably in a couple of weeks buy this high score collection thing. And I'm going to wait. Hey there, OG Hugo. I'm going to wait and probably see if they do some sort of deal like they did with the last one. They did a buy 4, get 1 free deal in the last 6 months.
I see them doing that. I don't think these will be available forever. So I think the one thing about these Namco cartridges, these licensed titles, is that they were able to come to an agreement with Namco to make so many, and then if they want to make more, they're going to have to come to another agreement. So these are, unlike the others, I think you have a possibility of these legitimately selling out. But if they don't, I think you'll see a bundle.
You get me sweaty now.
I don't think they'll sell out that fast, but I'm just saying, like, if you're waiting for them to go on clearance, they'll probably make it there, but they might not. You know, you might only be able to get Xevious on clearance and not the others because the rest sold out. I don't know.
Yeah, but they come in that box when you buy the bundle like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like Hugo said, FOMO is my dog, so
yeah, he's right about that. So yeah, I mean this is awesome. And it's a good time, and we were in a downtime. You know what the great, I don't want to keep plugging my channel or anything, but my website, Atari7800forever.com, we were very close to reviewing every released game. I've got like 3 left.
Yeah.
And now there's more coming down the pike, which is awesome and everything, but it's It does kind of. It's like, oh, we're still climbing the mountain a little bit, but
there is one thing we need to hit on, Vinny, that we haven't.
okay.
The fact that these Namco games will also be available as DLC for the Atari 50, and I think they're hitting the VCS 800 too, unlike the last
Really
series. That according to S. Ramirez, I haven't verified that. That's just from his comment there. But I think this is more like the first bundle of games where it's free DLC, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what I got out of it.
When we were doing the podcast regularly, we talked about the VCS quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it looks like Atari has eased up on its support. I think there's only been 2 Atari games released this whole calendar year. They haven't released, they're not going to release Missile Command Delta on it, which is really strange because it doesn't look like that would be that hard of a thing. I mean, the damn thing's a computer, for Christ's sake. But there has been independent people releasing tons of games on the VCS.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them are very, remedial or whatever. But some of them, there's a guy. Have you seen the game Last Stop?
Last Stop? No.
It just got released. This thing looks like a PS3 game. It's a survivor.
It's on there now?
Yeah, and I talked to the guy. We should do a podcast and have him on. And we really should have that guy Kaz or Kraz or whoever that guy
I
is.
did an interview with him.
Well, then you did it already.
No, I did an interview with him, but he was at work and the audio was just unusable. The sad thing was that was a great multi-component interview. I had a lot of people from various game publishers, companies on there, and I couldn't use any of it because his audio was kind of overwhelming everything. But yeah, we should have him on because I want to talk to him.
Yeah, we should re-interview him or whatever, and then this guy that just released Last Stop. But the VCS is still, they've got their store problem sort of fixed.
I seen that. Have you bought a game recently on there?
No, I was waiting. I didn't pull the trigger on the Yars Revenge game, and I still haven't bought Quamp 2, and I'm waiting for a sale. So
you haven't bought anything since they changed how the purchases work?
No, and I heard it's a nightmare.
So now you click on the game that you want to buy on the Atari VCS, and a window pops up or a new screen, and it says you've been sent an email or something, and you have 4 minutes to complete your order. And then you go to your email, and then you log into Atari, and you have to put in some 6-digit PIN code you made that I didn't even know I made. I had to try to remember what that was. And you got to do it.
Yours is 981206.
204. But yeah, you were.
Let me write that down.
Yeah. It's the last 6 of my Social Security. Anyway, but you have to do that, and then you put in your credit card, and it verifies your purchase. It's
a lot for a game for $11.
I don't understand why they want to take it off platform. I do understand why they're taking it off platform, but I don't, because it seems like it's such an Atari thing to do, just adding.
Hey man, everybody sucks, dude. Atari is crazy. I mean, Epic has jacked up. I play Fortnite, which don't judge me, but they haven't been able to keep my wins and losses for the last 3 months, and they keep sending me these stupid emails. I just got an email for the free DLC code for the Atari 50th for the Nintendo Switch 2 days ago. They've been trying to give me that code for 6 months.
No kidding.
Then they sent me another email that was like, "How did we do?" And I put, "Shitty. Been 6 months. I could have died of cancer between here and there."
I'm trying to find like some video of this Last Stop that maybe we could play for those interested.
Well, there's a guy, the guy that made it. I got on his Facebook page, and it's like
he has a video, right?
Yeah, his family was sitting around as it got live, and apparently this is his first published game, and he was like, "Yeah, it was." I understand what it's like. I understand. I remember.
Oh yeah.
I understand. Making my movie for the first time and it being on Amazon, and anybody in the world in the English-speaking countries could see your movie that you and your friends made. It was like, oh man. So I understand he's sitting there with this smile on his face, and I said, I like the cut of that guy's jib. So I won't. But yeah, the VCS is still kind of alive. But man, they were really focusing on these cartridges and also developing interesting games. I mean, Missile Command Delta looks interesting. I don't know if I'd ever buy it if it wasn't an Atari game, but when they come out with a physical cartridge, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah. Just looking at your press, according to S. Ramirez, the press release they read said Atari 50th anniversary celebration is available now. So wait, the Namco stuff's available now? That's not right, is it? On the VCS 50?
Well, Jeremiah says he thinks it's just boilerplate, but they're pretty careful with what they say. They don't put they never said Fatal Run 2089 was Atari VCS, and they never said Missile Command Delta was Atari VCS. So they're very careful with that because they know that they can get a lot of people emotional over that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, you upset if you announce it and take it away, you just angered some people, and then you got to listen to stuff you don't want to hear.
And John is John's one of the people whose only new system is the VCS. I mean, everything else you own is a retro system. And I don't own anything but a Switch, which isn't that new anymore.
You got to upgrade to Switch 2 now, or you're going to get left behind, Vinny.
I don't care. There's nothing. What's crazy is these retro games are great. You know, I did a review of Tiger-Heli on my thing, and and I was blown away with how good Tiger-Heli was. I was kind of like I was underwhelmed with that game, and I thought, this one's going to be it's going to be like a cheap Xevious, but it's really really fun.
I think that was a lot of our fears. I hope it's good. I hope it's not dollar store, whatever. But I'm glad I watched your review, and anybody who's watching on my channel should head over to Big and Funky Productions and take a look at that review. You did a really good job. Your thumbnails are top tier. I don't know whoever's making those for you. Hold on to them like your life depends on it. Those are awesome.
Those are I'm doing AI.
Those are AI.
I'm making an AI movie.
Oh my god.
And I hate AI, and so I'm promoting the movie I'm making called Showdown in Secret City, which we just got done shooting a bunch of scenes this week. This movie's going to be so good, dude. But I hate AI. I know a lot of people here probably like AI, but I'm using AI art right now because I think it's terrible. I'm just so I can promote the movie coming out later this year.
Oh yeah, it's a relevant topic right now. You use a lot of AI too. You used an AI voice when we first started talking to kind of get me into talking to you. Then you're like, surprise, I'm not a woman at all. I like Atari.
Hey, it worked. I got a podcast until you fired me. Serve right.
I told you if you get it right, we'll stay doing this, but you keep doing it wrong. Yeah, no.
Jeremiah Thomas says he plays the NES version of Tiger-Heli, and that's the Flaming Vagina version. If you have children at home, do not play that because if you see the little explosions on the ground, it looks like vages everywhere.
This guy traded his 360 for a VCS, and now the dude won't trade back. I'm sorry. I just found that funny. I don't know.
That sounds like fantasy football.
Right? Yeah. Like I want my 360 back. No.
Who trades systems? That's crazy.
I know. I was just thinking that. Unless you go to like a trade-in store.
You're 12 years old.
I remembered. Yeah, like borrowing my buddy's Nintendo, and he would hold on to my PlayStation or something. But yeah. Not for a while. Well, Vinny, I think we covered a lot of this. Again, the Namco stuff coming out is great. It's a great omen. I think it means a lot of good things coming. I'm excited to see what else. Before we go into wrap-up mode, what would you like to see done next? I mean, what company would you like to see Atari get in bed with, so to speak?
That's a good question. I kind of, if I could have my druthers, if God came down and said, "Hey, I know the world's going to hell in a handbasket and everybody's miserable, but hey, what would you like Atari to release?" I'd be like, God, there's a lot of tornadoes. Is this really what we want to talk about? But before he left,
really, God, you got bigger stuff to do.
Yeah, I'd be like, let's get the Atari games back. And what I mean by that is let's get the quote Atari games quote. And what I'm talking about is Road Blasters.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is Marble Madness. What I'm talking about are these games that were released, Paperboy, that are kind of now under that Midway umbrella. I would like to see those back because those were some really cool games, Vindicators and Zybots and stuff like that, Rampart. And those are great games. It's got the Fuji on it. Let's get those back into the family and start releasing those in different ways. And then also, maybe we can do some recharge versions of those or, 7,800 versions of those or whatever. That's what I would like.
Yeah, that would be really cool, especially because there is nostalgia with a lot of those games. So people would like him just to see him come back home in a sense. I think one that would make a lot of sense is Activision.
That's good.
And I know Activision is owned by what? Microsoft now? I think?
It's like Xbox or something.
Yeah. But it would still be cool. And the Atari and Activision go hand in hand so well. I don't think Microsoft plans on doing anything with a lot of the Atari era stuff. And they could very easily put something else out that would be really cool. Imagine if they could come together to do a deal for several Atari Activision properties to get re-released, and then pie in the sky, they end up licensing Halo and putting out the Halo 2600. How cool would that be? But again, that probably would never happen.
Wild. That would
be wild. Yeah,
that would be wild, man.
And
somebody, a lot of people want Intellivision. Hugo just said that. People are like, I want the Intellivision Plus. Yep. I was going to say Battlezone. I think I always say Battlezone. Yeah, but that's one of ours. That's actually one of ours. I'm Capcom. Saying ours like I have stock in it. But,
a lot of people want to see Capcom stuff. Which
Tato would be good too.
Tato, yeah. The reason I think Capcom would be awesome is because of the 1942 7800 game that's available over on the Atari Age forums is so good. I mean, the fact that that thing is not on a cartridge in a box is criminal because that is such an amazing 7800 port and one that really needs to be experienced. I think it blows. I can't really say it blows the Nintendo version out the water because it's been so long since I played that, but it's enjoyable. It's a very good port. I don't know how realistic that is either, but man, it'd be cool.
Well, who would have thought Intellivision and Namco it would have been basically acquired in the last 18 months. So they're going after their old rivals or at least making peace with them.
Yeah, and that's
great question. Is 1942 7800 better than Tiger-Heli? I would say yes. What would you say? Or I guess you haven't played Tiger-Heli.
I haven't played Tiger-Heli. I always make little mistakes that reveal themselves later. I pre-ordered on Amazon for Tiger-Heli, and now I have to wait till August to get my copy. And I can't make a switch because Atari.com says sold out. So
the 1942 graphics are insane how good Excellent. They are. Tiger-Heli looks better than the NES version, so it's good too, but it's an older, I don't know if it's an older game, but it seems a little bit more basic, even though Tiger-Heli really surprised me. It really, and if you love the Lord, the word Jesus is written all over the place in the water over and over and over again.
There you go, Jerome, our good friend. Yep, I just wanted to prove I'm one of the cool kids.
Oh, there you go. And that fellow we interviewed, what was his name? Bob or not Bob, but Jason Hill. Was that the guy that was? Yeah. He said the Atari, what was it? The Atari 8-bit version of Asteroids that you could have 4 players playing at once. That's like that was the best version of Asteroids ever. So I've never played that either.
Was that him? Somebody we talked to said that. Was that him?
Yeah, he said his wife used to like playing it with him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We've talked to a lot of people. We really should get back to interviewing people. Yeah, we always have a good time interviewing people.
Yeah, they get terrible views. Like nobody watches the interviews, and there's so much So much like that Ted Taquichi, and then the guy.
Oh yeah.
Who did we just do? The last interview we did with the guy with the GCC. I mean, that interview helped.
Steve Golson.
Yeah, that interview rewrote Atari 7800 history because there were so many misnomers that weren't true about the 7800, and that guy was like, "People still give a shit about the 7800." And
he was so thrilled that people loved this stuff still, because I think in his mind it came, went, and nobody cared. He got such a kick out of it, and I know he knows that people care because he's done panels and talks on developing 7800 and Miss Pac-Man. But I think he just still gets a kick out of it, and that's great. I mean,
it's something that he did a long time ago, and people are still talking about it. And when you think about it, GCC made probably the best quality games for the 7800 period. You know?
Oh, I feel if GCC had stuck around on the 7800, it would have been a very different story. There
would have been a lot more respect. They still might have got third or second place. They wouldn't have touched Nintendo, but there would have been a lot better quality of the original library. Yeah,
and a lot more game. They could pump out games quickly. I mean, that was the whole thing with him saying, they get a phone call. Hey, we need you to make games. How fast can you have 6 games out? And they'd produce them and have them out in almost no time flat.
They were great.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. We should get back to the interviews. That's a good question for you guys in the comments, watching now and maybe in the future. Who would you like to see on the channel, on the podcast? Who would you like us to talk to if you had like a dream guest on the show? Maybe we're getting the wrong guest, Rennie. Maybe that's why nobody watches, because we get the developer of Ninja Golf and nobody cares about that.
David Dent. Why don't we also probably need new interviewers. We need new interviewers.
Yeah, there you go.
Better guests.
Ooh, we should get women to interview these guys, like big bouncy women
in spaghetti strap shirts that giggle a lot. I want a goth one and like a nerdy looking one.
There you
which one will you be?
I'll wear the string, whatever you were talking about, and bounce around.
Will you be the nerdy one or the goth one?
Tee I guess whichever I just did, that's the one I am. All right, interview Bigfoot. There we go. See, we get the important. Here you go. Wait, where's this? Larry Siegel, Vice President of Games in the late 80s. That could be an interesting interview.
All right, we'll do it.
We'll do it. Book it.
He's in my Rolodex already.
Here you go. GCC made the best games. I guess Vinny never heard of Froggo.
What is that? Is that a knockoff of Frogger?
That was Japanese. Oh, Froggo. But yeah, so very good, Vinny. Is there anything else we forgot to touch on?
No, I don't know Hugo came in halfway through and he goes, "That's it." So it's like, you got to watch it from the beginning. We had some great information.
Yeah, and Sauron just came in.
You gotta go back and watch it.
Go back.
I broke some news here for you, and hopefully Bob's not too mad at me for what I said. So.
Well, hopefully, I don't think anybody from Atari really watches us or pays attention, so we got that going for us.
These are all prisoners, I think, that watch our stuff.
Mitchell, I've reached out to David Crane. He has never. I've tried twice. He never gets back to me, so I don't know.
We're going to have to kidnap one of his kids. That's what we're going to have to do.
There you go. And Astro Man is bragging. 9999999. Oh, yeah, I did it. Well, where's the proof? Pictures or it didn't happen? Oh, yeah. So I think we about covered it all, Vinny. I mean, it's great news. If you can get your hands on the Comic-Con stuff, if you're interested, I would get in. These are cartridges I would probably buy in the next. I think they'll be available for about the next year and a half, and then after that, I think they're going to be hard to find. So, if you're interested, I wouldn't sit too long. That's just my personal feeling. I've been wrong before, as I
no, you haven't. You what was that situation? There was
I don't know.
The last chance. The
it's
Atari
so rare you can't remember.
The Atari Age Last Chance sale. You called it before there was everything called, and you said these are the games you need to get right now. And Popeye was one of them. And there was a couple others that were kind of newish because I was like, because at that point they released like 9. and there was
Yeah.
like Attack of the Petchke robots, and this you're like,
Yeah.
that's going to be fun forever. You need to get Popeye and a couple of the others like Galaxian and stuff like that, and you're right on the money. So I think you're more right than you're wrong on these predictions.
Yeah, I think anytime you get like a port like Popeye where there's some companies involved, a lot of companies, it's always good to pick them up. Yeah, Nintendo especially. But
yeah. Well, and that was before there was writing on the walls. So that was there was like grumblings of this, and you were right on the money. Yeah. And I'm going to listen to you. I mean, that's before I buy that 2600 baby Pac-Man or the Pac-Man thing. That's probably going to be around. You probably buy that for 5 years from now. The high score cartridge gimmick. That's probably the first thing to go.
If they sell fast enough, I could see them trying to do a second run or whatever. We'll just see what happens. But great job, Vinny. I think we
because I think thank you, and you too. But I think we had when we had Jason Hill on, he said that Trammell used to buy those things in 100,000 batches, and I don't think they probably buy those things in 100,000 batches anymore. Like he would pre-order games 100,000 at a time. I do think they do have some sort of like 10,000 or something, and once they burn through those, they're done. So.
Yeah, and Jerome said it's a limited edition console. Yeah, but
limited edition.
I don't know how limited it really is.
He might be right. I don't know. Now you got me nervous on that shit.
Yeah. One thing, real quick. Again, we keep doing this as we're trying to get ready to sign off. But I saw over on Atari IO, which is a great underrated website. Our good friend Lance over at Video 61 has discovered some new old stock factory sealed Alien Brigades, a lot of hard to find stuff that he's making available over on his website. So if you want factory sealed versions, if you're into maybe getting those things slabbed, he has pallets and pallets of stuff. Unbelievable. I'd love to go over.
How did he not know this?
Because I'm telling you, the guy literally has pallets of Atari stuff that he hasn't gotten to since the buyout. I mean, he bought in bulk, and he bought so much. Him and the guy from Best Electronics bought so much that, without getting help and maybe, having like an actual warehouse and stuff, they're just kind of getting to the stuff when they get to it. So it sounds like he opened up a pallet and found, some shipping boxes of Alien Brigade, of the motorcycle game. I forget what
Motorcycle.
That was. Moto Psycho. Double Dragon. He has a shipping box, at least a couple of those, all factory sealed. So if you're into that market, check out Video 61. That's such an untapped resource too. If you're into,
oh my God, he's got Mean 18.
Mean 18. Yep,
that was considered the most rare.
Yep, and
besides the Froggo games, he's got Mario Brothers, pretty rare. Commando, pretty rare.
Mario Brothers has jumped way up in price. Yeah. I noticed.
What's he asking for that? He's asking a lot of money for these. These aren't great deals.
They are a lot of money, but they actually go online, Vinny, on eBay and look at, which you can't find a lot of them, factory sealed of these harder to find games do not go cheap.
I think we're just going to have to go find where he lives and hit him in the head with a rock.
Well, I want to go visit Lance. I want to find out where everything is and then come back late at night and get
That's
whatever.
Right. Hey, you from Toledo. Ain't no thing.
Yeah, you know how we do.
Ain't no thing to roll an old man, get his Atari games.
No, but he has a lot of cool stuff. And again, those prices are high. Don't get me wrong. He's not giving them away. But if you go on eBay and you want a factory sealed copy of Ikiri Warriors, they're listing for $649. Or you can go to Video 61 and get them. Oh yeah, I've seen them. Like you can't find copies of Ikiri Warriors for the 7800 right now. You might be able to get some European copies, but there's no NTSC copies, sealed or not, on eBay. So these games are hard to find. And he had the foresight to get them, and now that they're going for insane money, I mean, good on him. Get your money.
The Mean 18 game, fellas, even Jerome just said this. Go buy that right now.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want it, this might be your last chance to get
ever
a factory sealed copy for less than,
Because when I first got into this hobby,
bulk.
they were like Mean 18 was like a 5 on the scale, and they shot up to being an 8. So out of 10. So they're pretty damn rare.
So I just want to throw that out there for people who want factory sealed stuff. There's some shipping boxes found. They are available. Email the guy. Head over to Atari.io anyway, but it's not on the website like Sarah said. Go over to Atari.io. He's an older guy. He's not in great health, so he doesn't always update the website. He advertises a lot on the Atari.io forums, so check those out. But yeah, other than that, Vinny, I think we've hit on everything. Very exciting news. Glad that you were able to drop that bomb. If you missed it, hit the rewind button. See what Vinny had to say. Some interesting stuff. Maybe some secrets. Maybe there's even stuff that Vinny don't know about. I mean, you never know. Bob doesn't like Vinny. No, he does. But all right, you want to promote anything, Vinny, before we take off?
Yeah, I'm sponsored by the Perfect Gene Company, and I got to tell you, best jeans I ever had. They sent me a bunch of jeans for free. I thought, oh, whatever, great jeans. Go to theperfectgene.nyc. If you're getting fat and old like we all are, they don't bunch your butt, they don't bunch your package. You can do deep knee bends in them. They're great jeans. I got a couple movies coming out that I've been a part of, but one's called Showdown in Secret City about AI versus humanity. Make sure you check that out. Go to bigandfunkyproductions.com to check out stuff about the movies and also the stuff about the Atari 7800, the Atari VCS, ghost hunting stuff, music, all that stuff. I'm producing a song this week with 3 rappers and 2 rock and rollers. I played 12-string bass on the track. It's about the next movie. So there's a lot of stuff going on over in the world of Big and Funky Productions. So go check that stuff out.
Yep, and that's Big and Funky Productions on YouTube for anybody that doesn't know. Of course.
Ooh, Jesus Lover. He wants the new Atari console. Get Tiger-Heli because the word Jesus appears in the water repeatedly, nonstop. You'll love that game. You'll be sanctified and purified and holified and
baptized,
baptized, rebaptized, re-virginized.
Yep,
it's good stuff.
And again, we're back. Atari Network. For people that don't know, we took a 2-month break, kind of unannounced, but we're back. We're putting out content. We have a new video out. If you have not seen it, go click on it. It's created little bit of decisiveness in the chat, I suppose, but I think it was a good video overall. It was just my thoughts on what the Atari Pac Man 2600 Plus means moving forward for Atari. So
I'm gonna check that out right now.
Yep, I would check it out. We are going to be putting out a lot more content now. Obviously, I'm back. We're going to be podcasting a little more. I might do some live streaming tomorrow morning even. It depends how early I wake up and how I feel. We have a review for Dragon's Havoc coming up on the channel and
great game.
Review of Robot Holocaust by Peter J. Meyer that will be coming out.
And Lance. I haven't played that one yet.
All right, C Money, good to see you. We'll see you next time, guys.
See you, C Money.
Bye, C Money.
Wrong. Day late, $1